Hey, I'm Tyson Thompson, and I am an entrepreneur, a coach, business owner, and I love people. And I want you to know about how to maximize your value. I want to share some good news about seeing your value and your worth and the power of knowing that you matter regardless of your circumstances or situation. So I want to ask a question. And why is it that maybe you feel somewhat stuck? You feel like you can't go from the next career to the next, or maybe start that business. Maybe you're in a relationship where it's not growing, where it's not developing. Maybe you have a child that is very rude, disruptive, skipping class, smoking weed, doing things that maybe you're not acceptable right now of. Maybe you're just in a situation where you want more out of life, but you hadn't found that magic potion or that hidden key that unlocks the treasures that leads you to your pot of gold. Maybe there's a secret place or a secret word that you can speak to people where they just give you favor. Well, the answer is there is no secret. There is no secret password. There is no secret code. The truth is that you knowing your worth matters more. You knowing who you are. Your identity is the most important thing in life, because without an identity, you lose purpose. Without purpose, you lose significance. And if you don't have significance, you don't have much value. I want to introduce to you something. My new book is called Dream Another Dream. Yep, it's by me, Tyson Thompson. Look, you matter, so does your story. Regardless of your past failures, your skin color, your gender, job title, or opinions of other people, you are essential. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna learn from this book. In Dream Another Dream, you will learn of Tyson Thompson. That's me, life-altering journey of self-discovery, filled with simple yet powerful concepts that significantly changed my life. And over the past 25 years, I've been sharing these concepts to help people get unstuck. You know, the reality is that you may not be stuck. It may be something that's just holding you back. It may be something that's gripping you. What mindset is gripping you? What person may be in your way that influences how you feel about moving forward? Maybe it's a skill holding you back, a lack of a skill. There are so many variables that could cause us to feel stuck. You know, I spoke to one of my friends, and they were going through a tough time, and they felt like they did not want to be a mom. They felt like they just wanted to get away. And what I shared with them was that your identity can't be wrapped up in a role. We have so many roles, especially gender roles. I told her this: you were not born a mom, nor were you born a wife. You were born an individual with gifts and talents. You were born with certain innate abilities. Those are called intrinsic values, right? You have intrinsic gifts on the inside of you. And those are meant to be developed, to be cultivated, so that they can be given away in service to other people. But you were not born a mom. You were not born a wife. Those were roles that you accepted, that you've taken on, and you do have responsibilities, but your identity cannot be in something that can change. If it can change, once it changes, then you lose your identity. You lose your identity. Look, I'm a barber, and I've been a barber for 30 years. And that's where I learned so much of this great information. I mean, it's been 30 years and I've served well over 170,000 people. And out of that 170,000 people, 100,000 of those people were individuals where I've seen regularly. And I've had many conversations with them. And what everyone tells me and what everyone shares over time is that they like to be heard. They like to be valued. They like to be affirmed. But the challenge is oftentimes people are striving to be heard, striving to connect with their worth and their value, striving to find their identity, so much so that they lose sight of other people. If you want to earn more money, If you want to have greater success in your relationships, if you want to have better connections, if you want to have better skills as a parent, better leadership skills, if you just want to be more comfortable in your own skin, recognizing your worth and your value is of the utmost importance. For many years, I struggled to connect with my worth and my identity. And I put it in this book. This is how I used to think. And I still struggle with it from time to time. This is chapter 7, Thoughts. Hidden beneath my spirited demeanor was a self-image so twisted, I emotionally sidelined myself and sat on the bench while disregarding the call on my life. Even though significant opportunities were all around me, I failed to take action because I wasn't willing to face the emotional mountains that I dreaded climbing. And that emotional mountain that I dreaded climbing was rejection. I feared it. I was terrified of not being able to live up to people's expectations. Their thoughts and opinions overshadowed my passion like a black cloak, only to conceal my true identity. I was so confused because what people thought affected me, and it changed my trajectory about my life. I would go so up and down, left and right, trying to figure out what to do next. Even though I had wonderful ideas, I would divert from them because I thought maybe other people didn't think they were relevant. I remember when I was a kid and I would take money and put it in envelopes to save. I continued that as an adult, but for some stupid reason, I thought that I needed a spreadsheet. I needed to be more sophisticated. Well, I remember when I was 21 years old, I was looking for a house. Well, looking for the house, we put in a bid, we found one. All right, we're thinking we're gonna close. And we get a call back. And they said that we didn't get qualified for this house. Well, the realtor came to me and told me that, and I was sad, I was down. I said, what was the problem? I thought we were approved. He said, well, your debt to income. You need to reduce some of your debt in order to get into the home that you like. And I remember like it was yesterday. He looked at me, he said, pick your head up. He said, one thing you have to learn is never fall in love with something that can't love you back. I was like, ooh, that was a lesson. And that's going to be another lesson I'll share with you. But so I got busy. I got to work. At the time, my income was $60,000 a year. And what I decided to do is I'm gonna put money back. We're gonna cut back. We're gonna sell this. We're gonna move this money around. And I use my envelope system. Don't you know, in 6 months, I paid off $29,000 in debt with an income of $60,000. How did I do that? Well, I was real strategic using my envelope system. But for some reason, as time went, I thought I needed to be more, do something different, look more sophisticated. So I stopped using my envelope system and got behind on bills, started not to do my money as well. And then years later, I'm listening to a guy. His name is Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey wrote The Total Money Makeover, one of the greatest books ever, right? And he teaches people how to get out of a debt. And one of the things he uses is an envelope system. Yeah, the envelope system. The same thing that I use that helped me get out of debt. The same thing that I use to help me manage my money. But for some reason, I began to think different because I started to surround myself with people with degrees and that had different types of jobs and profession. And I just thought I was just a barber. And over time, I lost my identity. Who are you? Where do you want to go in life? What do you want to be? What skills do you have? What gifts do you have? What do you have to offer? And I want to encourage you that sometimes that can be difficult because we go through challenging times, things that we don't expect. Look, I'm 47 years old. I never, ever lived in this space and time of my life. This is all new to us all. See, life chose us, right? Life chose us. We didn't wake up one day and say, I want to be born. I want to be a short black guy in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I want to have a few brothers and siblings and a cool mom that cooks. My mom can bake, y'all. She's the bomb. But my point is that nobody chose to exist. We're all recipients of life. And through that process of life and our journey, we make mistakes and we learn. Some learn more than others. You know, my mentor used to tell me, he said, the only thing worse than a fool is an old fool. So don't remain foolish. Don't stay in that rut. Don't stay stuck. What's holding you back? Look, I want you to subscribe to my page, and I want you to go to my website, and I have some blogs there, some good things that can help you, good tips and tricks that can help you get unstuck, or to show you maybe possibly what's holding you back. Well, I want to offer one suggestion that may be holding you back, and is in my book, Dream Another Dream, Chapter 5. It's called Courage, Securing Your Value. You were born with the highest value a human can possess. But at some point we get cynical. See, there's this proverb in the Bible. It says that when hope is deferred, it makes the heart weak and sad. But when you get your desires, right, you become happy, right? You're full of joy. So over time, we make mistakes. Things don't work out. That relationship didn't work out. That job offer didn't work out. I didn't get into the school that I wanted to get into. I didn't make the basketball team. Whatever it is, you know, sometimes we become cynical and we start to slowly lose our voice. But listen to this. All you may need is just a little bit of courage. The origin of the word courage comes from a Latin word, cor, meaning heart. The original definition is tell the story of who you are with your whole truth. But with many of us unsure of who we indeed are, generally communicating can be a daunting task. In my case, I masked my true identity as an attempt to please my colleagues, family, and friends for years, finally losing my individuality. I struggled to lead with confidence. For some reason, I would conceal my ideas and never share my true beliefs. During conflict, I often retreated to keep the peace, hoping others would affirm me. That didn't work. My lack of confidence pushed people further away. Eventually, I no longer dared to speak up. I had become a fraud. When you lose the confidence to share your truth, share your heart, to be truthful to the people that you love, the people that you care about, you become fraudulent. There is no way you can make connections of great value not telling the truth. And this may be a very difficult space because I'm not sure your background. I'm not sure where you grew up. I'm not sure your culture or what is expected of you or was expected of you. Who told you that you were not good enough? Who told you you were not beautiful enough? Who told you your skills wasn't good enough? Who told you that you're not going to be successful? You're going to be like your old deadbeat dad or your old abandoning mom. You're going to be someone different than what you were meant to be, is what they were telling you. But I'm challenging you to dream another dream. Life is tough and sometimes it sucks. But as long as there's breath in your body and you're in your right mind, you have food, shelter, clothing, safety, and your health, no more excuses. You can dream another dream. You can choose your future. You can conquer your past, and you can lead with confidence. If you want more of this good content, y'all, you need to subscribe to my page, and you need to check me out at Tyson Speaks. Go to my website, Tyson Speaks, and follow me. Please subscribe. I got more good stuff coming. The next time I'll be talking to you will be about this book called The Dip. This is a great book by Seth Godin. He has this great quote. It says, dig your well before you're thirsty. We're going to be talking about getting more out of ruts, making better decisions and choices. We're going to learn how to dream new dreams, and we're going to understand what that dip is, how to get past that uncomfortable spot in our lives that will propel us. Once we get past this, it can propel us to greatness. Look, I'm Tyson Thompson. My only desire is that you live an extraordinary life, that you develop your gifts. See, life demands three things: that we grow, develop, and that we produce. We grow, we develop, and we produce. The whole purpose for that is to become more so that we can be more for other people. So subscribe to my page, Tyson Speaks. I will see you soon. Thank you for your time. I love you. And remember, You can always dream another dream when that one dream fails.